Hi and welcome back to my channel. It's Saturday the 7th of November. My oh my, soon be Christmas. Right, this week's been wonderful on plan. I've had 7 days on plan, really enjoyed my food, still absolutely loving potatoes. And what I've been doing this week is I made lentil dal with black lentils and thoroughly, absolutely love it. But I was serving it over loads of potatoes with loads of vegetables and having really warming, filling lunches. My potato part for my meal was just getting bigger and bigger. So I think I peaked at about 800 grams of potatoes, which is probably too many for somebody my size, but I love them. I'm thoroughly enjoying cooking them in the instant pot because they just come out perfect every time. So I don't know whether that's the reason I've had a gain this week, but I can't think of any other reason because I've eaten so well. And I would say 90% of what I eat is free or speed food. 10% of what I eat is sins. My sins have averaged between 9 and 11.5 each day. And Slimming World does say for optimum weight loss focus on around 10, so I'm comfortable with that. But when I got on the scales yesterday morning, because I'm now part of the Friday morning group, not the Saturday morning group at Slimming World locally, it's in the next town across to me. When I got on the scales yesterday morning, although all week, every day this week I've had to maintain, every day. And then I got on the scales yesterday morning and weighed in at 9 stone 5, which was a ½ pound gain. I'm not even giving it a thought. I'm not worried about that, not concerned about it at all. It's a slight fluctuation in fluid or something. Because Sunday to Thursday, I weighed in every day to maintain. And I was thinking, do you know, I've cracked something here. Because usually at the beginning of the week I go up and then I go down and then I go up a bit and then usually by Friday I come down again. So if I'd weighed this morning, I'd have got to maintain. But yesterday it was a ½ pound gain, which is not a problem, it's not an issue, and it's not a failure. So I am getting much more comfortable with my weight moving around a bit. Right, I've got a bit of a monk on me this morning. Yesterday we went to Marks and Spencer's to do some food shopping and to pick up a parcel. I'd ordered some jogging bottoms. And you can have them delivered to your local food store because of course the clothing stores will be closed. So I went and picked up these jogging bottoms, and I've usually got in Marks and Spencer's trousers. I don't buy, excuse me, I've got a frog. I don't usually buy a lot of trousers in Marks and Spencer's because their trousers don't particularly fit me well. They're usually too big at the top of the legs. Even the skinny fit are like jodhpurs on me. So I wanted a pair of jogging bottoms, and we went into Asda where we live, and there are 2 pairs for ladies. One had a thick white stripe or 2 white stripes down the side, and the other had Mickey Mouse down the sides. And I thought, nah, not me. So I went on the Marks and Spencer's website and ordered a pair of black jogging bottoms. All I want them for is to wear with my boots and go walking, because up until Wednesday I have been walking in my denim shorts and my trainers. But on Thursday morning, bonfire night, it was so cold I had to resort to putting my jeans on and my boots. And I thought, nah, I don't want to be walking in jeans every day. I mean, I love jeans, don't get me wrong, I really am a fan of jeans now I'm slim. But for walking, I thought I want a pair of jogging bottoms. So as I say, went on the Marks and Spencer's website, ordered myself a pair of black jogging bottoms in a size 10, which is, or should be, perfect for me, because my other 2 pairs of Marks and Spencer's trousers, which are the ones I wear for weigh-in at group, are both a size 8. So the jogging bottoms come home with me yesterday after we'd shopped. I take them into the bedroom, I open them, yeah, they're really nice, like the quality of them, rip the labels off, chuck the labels in the bin and put them on the chair in my bedroom. Consequently, get dressed this morning, aim to go out walking, and we did 15,000 steps before breakfast this morning, and again I'm loving it. Just feels so good to get it under your belt, you know. Get out there and exercise before your brain realises what you're doing and tries to stop you. So we do our steps. So yeah, I'm telling you, I'm getting ahead of myself. I went to get dressed after I'd had my shower, pulled on these jogging bottoms. They fit fine in the legs and they're not baggy. I don't want jogging bottoms that are flapping in the wind. But the waist on them is like a high waist. And the waist on them was like cut me in half. So I said to Joe, look at this. And he went, oh, they'll give you a bit of a muffin top because they're quite high waisted. But my ordinary trousers I wear from Marks that I weigh in with, I've got a grey pair and a navy pair, they're high waisted. And I said to Joe, these are smaller than my other trousers, and I'm sure my other trousers are both a size 8. So he checked for me, my blue ones, my grey ones, both a size 8. The black ones are a 10. Put them on top of the others on the bed, and the black ones are smaller than the others. I mean, the other pair, the grey ones, I've never worn, so they're not stretched or anything. And I look after my clothes. But honestly, it really, really, I was going to say pisses me off. I shouldn't swear on camera, should I? But I do. It really does pee me off because we used to be able to rely on Marks and Spencer's. I mean, these jogging bottoms were 25 quid. They're about £12 in Asda. I couldn't understand it there. I could understand it if they were £6 or £7 from Primark. But it really ticks me off. And of course I can't send them back because I've thrown the labels away because I was so convinced they'd fit. So I've got a monk on today. Because there I am with a pair of jogging bottoms that fit me in the legs, fit me in the bum, fit me in the belly. But I'm like, can't breathe in the waist. So yeah, I'll share that with you because I thought if you went to decent shops you could rely on sizes. And I know I've talked about this before, but I used to imagine every woman who was a size 10 had it so easy. You know, be an 8, a 10, a 12, even a 14, you can walk into any shop, buy any garment, don't need to try it on. Can't at the moment anyway, the shops are shut. And even if they are open, they're not letting us try clothes on, are they? But I just thought slim women had it so easy. And you know what? If you're looking at this from where I first started at a size 26 version on the 28, and you're now a 10, 12, are you realising too that it isn't any easier than when you were overweight? And I used to think I was such a victim because when I was overweight and I had to buy just what fit because I didn't have a choice, I really thought, you know, the world was picking on me. And I felt I picked on this morning. I thought, what a blinking waste of 25 quid. Anyway, that's by the by, rant over. I just haven't got a lot to say this week because I'm in a good place with my food. Life's interesting at the moment. There's 1 or 2 things going on that have nothing to do with YouTube. But yeah, believe me, we all have stuff in our lives that we have to deal with. Life is never simple for anybody. But what I'm learning is that if I keep my food simple, I can handle the rest of the stuff. It's when my food is in the wrong place and I overcomplicate it that I struggle. So I will share that. Right, I've got a few things beside me. I just want to talk, I mean, these are things that have arrived this week from online shopping. I've never been a great one. I love Amazon. It has so many useful things, but I've never been a great one for buying a lot of stuff online because I like being blind. I like to touch things. I like to feel the quality of stuff. But with the pandemic and the lockdown and everything, I am resorting to buying more things online and I'm finding it so useful. And on Wednesday this week we had 5 deliveries, and on Thursday we had 5 deliveries, and on Friday we had 4 deliveries. And I think our neighbours are thinking, what on earth do they do with all this stuff? Well, a lot of it is food, but when it arrives in brown cardboard boxes, this sort of size, because we have a buy whole food delivery, and I'm not advertising for any of these companies because everything we buy from them we pay for ourselves. Then we're not sponsored in any way, we choose to spend our money this way. But this week we had a buy whole food delivery, we had a hemp milk delivery, we had another delivery I'm going to show you in a second. We're here. And I think my neighbour across the road is a single guy, and I think he must think, what on earth does she keep ordering? We get, you know, our sauerkraut through the post. We get loads of our foodie stuff, our beans and all our grains and things come through the post. And it's a great service. And Amazon Prime, no delivery. I like that even better. Well, I want to show you this. This is 11th hour gin. And I'm not advertising for this company, even though they're local. It's Derbyshire gin, Derbyshire gin. It's made in Chesterfield. I actually heard this advertised or talked about on Radio 2, but it's made for Remembrance Sunday. So that's why I'm showing you, because tomorrow, in theory, would have been or is Remembrance Sunday. It is Remembrance Sunday, isn't it? Because Wednesday the 11th will be Remembrance Day. This is 11th hour gin, it's poppy gin, and I think it is a bit red, Joe, isn't it, for the poppy?
Yeah.
This is $22.99 a bottle. If you're a gin drinker, it's got poppy seeds and other, what do they say? Not botanicals.
Yeah.
Botanics, yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
So it has different things in it, but this is $22.99, and if you put 11th hour gin in, you'll find it on the internet, or put poppy gin, you might find it that way. Although I think that takes you to the Royal British Legion one, which is dearer. But $22.99 and £3 plus the VAT goes to the Remembrance Sunday sort of appeals. I just think it's something, you know, usually I'd be wearing a poppy or buying a poppy or something like that. You'd be putting money in a donation tin in the supermarket and that. And I think they're going to lose out the Royal British Legion this year. That's where the money goes, Royal British Legion. I think they're going to lose out this year because their collectors aren't allowed to be out there collecting. And you know, these men and women gave their lives that we can have the freedom we've got today. I've got a friend who was in the Falkland War, and he lost, his ship went down and he lost most of his friends and colleagues. And I think about it and I think that was 1982. No, that's so long, 38 years ago. And I still think of him as a young man. But anyway, if you want to support them, it's a way of doing it. It is $5.99 for delivery, but we ordered this late one afternoon, it came the next morning. It's a lovely way of supporting the Royal British Legion. We bought it for a present, it's not for me. I am a gin drinker, but not very often. The next thing, hemp milk. Absolutely love this. Now I've weaned myself off sweetened milks, because I don't drink cow's milk anymore or goat's milk. Joe suggested trying hemp milk. This is 26 calories for 100 mils. I have to sin it. It's not an A choice, ridiculously, you know. It probably is because it doesn't have enough calcium in it, but then when you live on plants, you get enough calcium from other places. You don't have to worry about that. This is from a company in Devon called Good Hemp. You can get it in Sainsbury's. In Sainsbury's it's £2 a litre. Good Hemp is £2.50. This week we had to resort to buying it on Amazon from Superfoods because Good Hemp were out of stock. It's the nicest, I want to say seed milk, because that's what it is, it's not a nut milk. The nicest seed milk I've ever had, because it's creamy, makes wonderful porridge, makes nice coffee, but it is not at all sweet. So actually moving on to this and finding it a bit, at first I think I preferred the coconut one because it was sweetened. Now I'm on it, I moved away from the sweetened stuff. Went to see a friend a couple of weeks ago who made my coffee with the coconut milk I used to use, and I couldn't drink it. So I would really, really recommend Good Hemp milk. Yep, so I'll leave that out there. I showed you, I think it was last week, the small instant pot that I've got now. I call it the Beanie Baby because I cook beans and things in it. But I decided I wanted something to cook my potatoes in so I could lift them out easily. I bought this. Really, really useful. So you fill it up with potatoes, you put half a cup of water which goes underneath it, you cook your potatoes for 5 minutes and they are amazing. 5 minutes on normal pressure and then a natural release. They're amazing and this is so useful. I can also use it in any of my stainless steel pans. And we've got a set of 3 stainless steel pans and Joe was using them the other day and I said to him, do you realise those pans are older than you? When I left work, just the year before I was pregnant with Joe, so it had been 92, I changed my job, gave up the job I'd had for years. And one of the leaving presents that I got was a set of 3 Alessi stainless steel pans, which at the time were £175. My husband's like £175 for 3 saucepans. Couldn't you have just taken the money? Do you know what? I use them every day, or 1 of the 3, or sometimes 2 of the 3 every day, and they are still like new. So you get what you pay for. Don't ever buy cheap pans. Save up and buy decent ones. So lessy pans. This will stand in 2 of the 3 pans, and I can steam vegetables in it. Just put water underneath it. I can steam my asparagus in it. Mushrooms, we like steamed mushrooms. We like steamed aubergine, don't we, Joe?
Yeah.
That's what our latest veg. He comes home from Asda the other day, and he said, I did feel a bit of a prat in Asda. There I was with my trolley full of veg and fruit, and 6 aubergines sitting on top. I said, have we got a bit of an obsession, dear? But, we've got 1 left, haven't we?
Yeah.
Gorgeous, steamed with tender stem broccoli. Really nice, and then mix it in with your rice. Really nice. So yeah, this is something that is going to come in really handy. That was delivered this week. These. Now these are the official Instant Pot version, aren't they, Joe?
Yep.
And they're like silicone mitts.
The Kermits.
They're called Kermits, or we call them Kermits.
No, I call them.
He calls them Kermits. Let me get them the right way around.
So if you stuck them little googly eyes on, they'd look like Kermit the Frog. But
we need some googly eyes from
We do,
Amazon,
yeah.
obviously. These are brilliant. They were only about, I'm going to say £6. I think they were fractionally less than £6. From Amazon, they are the official Instant Pot ones. And not only are they good for lifting out your Instant Pots and things, but they're brilliant for lifting trays out of the oven. You know, baking trays out of the oven, casserole dishes. Excellent, and I'm sure they were less than £6. They come from Wisconsin in America, which is a long way to come, isn't it? But most useful, because I found, you know, oven gloves that are joined together, that I can get them like caught on things with not having sight. It's very easy to snag the middle bit on something and then almost spill stuff on yourself. But because these, and I'm going to describe them for Shell and for Rachel, because I know they'll be watching, and Shell and Rachel are blind like me. Caroline's visually impaired, she may be able to see them. But because you've got the freedom, and I've got very small hands, Joe's got man-sized hands, but they work perfectly well for both of us, don't they?
yeah, you've got room to spread your fingers out still.
Yeah, they really do work. And at that price, I wouldn't even buy the cheaper version. Go for the Instant Pot ones, even if you don't have an Instant Pot. These would complement anybody's kitchen. And I think they're a really nice Christmas present. I'd be dead chuffed if somebody had given me those for Christmas. But they do, Shell and Rachel, they just sit like you put your 4 fingers in one side. If you can imagine, you know those snappy things you used to make when you were kids that open both directions? You used to fold paper and make them. These are like those. You've got your 4 fingers going one side, your thumb goes in the other. But it kind of half covers your hand. You wouldn't burn your hands. Really useful. And I know that Shell and Rachel both use Instant Pots. So they're excellent. Right, what's next? Now, we've been looking for stock because we used to use Kalo stock cubes, and then we realised that they've got palm oil in them. I mean, I suppose they're free on Slimming World, but they've got a lot of sugar in them, and they've got palm oil in them, and we don't buy anything with palm oil in because of what the damage them harvesting the palm is doing to the orangutans. So Joe has this real objection. If it's got palm oil in it, no, we're not damaging orangutans. But then we found this stock in a jar, which is like a paste. Now, one 7.5 gram portion, which you can make up to 500 mils with boiling water, is 5 sins, isn't it, Joe?
5 calories.
5 calories, sorry. I'm getting my Slimming World and my real life mixed up. 5 calories. So, in effect, yeah, 7.5 grams of this is 5 calories, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I made stock with this yesterday to make some vegetable soup in my Instant Pot, and it's lovely. It's aromatic and it's flavoursome. There's no, I don't think there's any salt in it. If you're a salt person, you'd have to add your own. We don't cook with salt, we add it afterwards. But I'm going to ask Joe to read. He's got a jar in his hand. You get 3 jars of this, and each jar makes 14 portions. So 14 full portions. I think it's about £10 for the 3 jars, but it's organic. And Joe, can you tell us what's in it?
Organic vegetables, tomato, mushroom, onion, celery, carrot, garlic, salt, and then tamari, which is water, organic soybeans, salt, organic alcohol, and then organic balsamic vinegar.
Now it amazes me that it's got salt in it, because when I took the remainder of the stock out to freeze it for another dish and tasted it, I couldn't taste any salt in this. So if it has salt in it, it has very little. But it's lovely. And the other thing that we bought, because neither of us is a big fan of tin tomatoes. We buy organic ones because they're in a thicker sauce and they're not watery. But we don't like casseroles and stews and things like that cooked in tin tomatoes, because everything comes out tasting of tomato. We feel you lose a lot of the flavour of the vegetables, and it just comes out that whether it's potato, carrot, turnip, parsnip, whatever it is, it just tastes of tin tomatoes. So we've been looking for a while for something that we could replace tin tomatoes with. We found this, and this is organic tomato powder, 500 grams. Again, I think this was about a tenner, but it is totally and only dried tomato. So it's totally free, speed on Slimming World. And if you want to, you can actually use it, mix it with a little bit of water and make your own tomato puree. We use it as a dry powder, so like you would use herbs, you know, if you want to put, like we'd put different herbs in rice after we'd cooked it to just flavour it before we ate it. So we might put basil and garlic and onion powder in, and then half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of tomato powder just for the flavour. But it's really nice, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, if you don't want everything swimming in.
Yeah, because we just don't want everything swimming in tomatoes. It's wet, wet, wet tomato. If you do something in a slow cooker, and of course you've got no evaporation, I mean, I tend to cook in a sauté pan on top of the stove, and you can at least, you know, get rid of some of the fluid by letting it evaporate off. But if you're cooking a lot of things in a slow cooker, as people do at this time of year, you're not going to lose much of your water, and we're in the habit of probably putting in too much water, because if you're anything like me, you think, oh Lord, it might burn. I haven't got a slow cooker now, but my Instant Pot is also a slow cooker, so I can cook in that. But I mean, I've seen people do a trick where they put a tea towel under the lid of a slow cooker, and I go, ugh, that's been hanging around your kitchen, it's been in your washing machine, it's probably got some soap powder or fabric conditioner or worse in it, and then you put it in the under the lid of your slow cooker to absorb some of the liquid. That to me just doesn't seem, sorry about that, that to me just doesn't seem like a healthy way of dealing with it. But if you can use this, you can use less liquid. You can make your own tomato puree. And yeah, we really would recommend it. Another food item we've been really fond of lately is artichoke hearts. Now we were buying, can you see those clearly, Joe?
I could zoom in on them.
Yeah, zoom in on them a bit. We were buying tinned artichoke hearts from the supermarket. The only place we could find them lately was Sainsbury's at £2.60 a tin. And then they didn't have any, and none of the supermarkets around us have got them. And then Joe found them online. So these work out at £2.25 a tin. You get 12 tins for £28.50. If you've never had artichoke hearts and you just see the odd tin in the supermarket, try them. They might be an acquired taste. I don't know that they'd be everybody's taste, but we like them. So that was another parcel that arrived this week, and our neighbour was doing his, oh my God, she's at it again, artichoke hearts. I would imagine, I don't know, free speed, I don't know, because I don't bother these days, I just eat vegetables. I don't worry about whether it's free or speed, I eat just as much of it, either way. So yeah, 12 tins of artichoke hearts. Then, is this my last one?
Yep.
Can you just zoom in on the box momentarily? Yeah. Chatting with the lovely lady who used to vlog, and I wish she'd come back, Lynn Rich, and I was telling Lynn about the fact that I wanted and would have loved to have had a Holland bowl, from Holland Bowl Mills in America, and they make these astoundingly beautiful wooden bowls which you can have engraved underneath, and they're about $125 for the bowl. And I had plenty of money for my birthday and I could have had one, so I got Joe to go on the website and have a look. They wanted more than $175 just for the postage, so you were looking at nearly about $300 for the bowl. But I would have got a free mezzaluna knife worth $17.50, and I thought, no, that's too daft for words. So I was telling Lynn about this when we were chatting and saying, I love this idea of chopped salads. I'm not a salad lover. I don't like a plate full of leaves and slices of onion and slices of cucumber and a bit of pepper, and that just turns me right off. But I like the idea of everything really chopped finely and mixed, and then beans added to it, you know, that we've cooked, and then maybe some grains added to it, or new potatoes or something, so that you've got a sort of a melding of flavours and textures, but nothing's big and leafy and chunky. I love that idea. So Lynn said to me, well, I've got an OXO Good Grips salad chopper, which comes with a bowl. So I said, tell me more. So she told me more about it, and this is it. It's a lovely big deep bowl, and this is the chopper, which you hold that way round. Very sharp blades.
Not quite. Spin it round.
That way.
Yes.
Yeah, it feels like it should be that way round, doesn't it?
Kind of.
But it's actually that way round. And then you cut downwards. Yeah? Or that way.
That way.
So you just cut, and it rolls. These blades are sharp stainless steel. Now,
You're at 27 minutes by then.
yeah, I think this is going to be worth every penny. But I will tell you, with postage, it was like 50 quid. And some people might go, for a plastic bowl and a chopper. I bought it with some of the money my brother gave me for my birthday. So it was a gift. I'm not sure. I mean, it's OXO Good Grip, it's quality. I'm not sure I would have paid 50 quid for it. But it's going to be brilliantly useful. So I might get around one day to actually...
There was a shop online that did have it cheaper, but it seemed a bit like fishy.
Yeah, and we've had a problem lately with something we ordered from Amazon. And then we ordered a pair of shoes, paid £36, and they sent us a book. We got our money back, but that's not the point. You don't want the hassle. We were very surprised when one shop was offering it quite a bit cheaper than all the others. Most shops, it was around £48 plus postage. So, but I am really chuffed with this. So when I get around to using it, I'll probably make a little video and show you. Anyways, Joe's just told me I'm about to run out of time. So it's been a bit of a rambling video, showing you stuff that we buy. I hope there was something in there that you might be interested in. Have a good week, everybody, and stay safe. We have got a national lockdown, and it's a bit of a pain, but it's for our own safety, isn't it? So we've got to suck it up. See you soon. Bye.
Oh, and just so everyone knows, the artichoke hearts are free.
Oh, they're free. Artichoke's hearts are free. They're not speed, they're free.
There are some that are sinned, but I guess they're in oil.
Yeah, they would be in oil.
Yeah, but these ones are free.
Okay.
Cool.
Cheers then. Bye.
Bye.